a team of certified nurse midwives, Jennifer Daly, Sarah Halsey, and Julie Fuller. Welcome to the show.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, great to have you all here. And we were talking before the show that Sarah played a part in delivering my granddaughter, Ella, and you remember.
Yeah, I do.
Did she cry?
Yes.
Yes.
She did.
They all do. I mean, that's the goal, right?
Yeah, we like when that
Yes,
happens.
we want them crying. Well, we wanted to find out a little bit more about midwives or midwives? Wives. Midwives. What is a certified nurse midwife?
Yeah, so a certified nurse midwife is a registered nurse who has a strong passion for caring for women. They decide to go back to get a graduate level education. They take a certification exam in nurse midwifery, and then we get to care for women throughout their whole lifespan. So from contraception, annual wellness visits, all the way through prenatal care, delivery, so the most exciting part, postpartum and beyond. We really walk with women through all steps of life.
Wow. So are you part of the, is it like, they still call it that, labor and delivery?
Yep, that's one of our homes.
Nice. Where do you, so you went back to get certification. Where do you go? Is there like, do you go back to a medical school or what?
Yeah, I completed my advanced provider education at the University of Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah, I did a Frontier Nursing University in Kentucky.
Yep.
Oh,
And I went to Wayne State University right in Detroit.
nice. So you were nurses for a while, and you all at some point decided, well, I want more, or I want to add something to my career experience. And you've only been at Henry Ford for just a month, I believe, Jennifer. Is that right?
Yep, I come with some experience from the Metro Detroit area, but I'm very excited to serve the Jackson community now.
How long were you a nurse before you decided you wanted to add the certification?
Yeah, I worked as a bedside nurse for about 3 years prior to and while getting my education.
And how about you, Sarah? You were a nurse for how long before
So I started my career in OB as an OB tech for 5 years as I was going through my nursing program, and then I was RN for just over 10 years. So a combined total about 16, 17 years in OB.
Wow. When you became a nurse, did you know what area you wanted to specialize in?
Yes.
Right off the bat.
Yes.
So when did you know you wanted to be a nurse?
Well, when I started, as I started as the OB tech, I fell in love with OB and everything in general. So I knew I wanted to go back to become a nurse, to be a labor and delivery nurse. And then once I became a labor and delivery nurse, I really fell in love with the idea of becoming a midwife, and the rest is history. And
Awesome.
here I am.
And here you are. And for you, Julie, you started as a nurse.
Yes. My story is a little bit different. I was pregnant with my 4th child, and it was a very high-risk pregnancy. And I had used a certified nurse midwife for my prior pregnancies. And when my pregnancy became very complicated, I watched the team of my certified nurse midwife, OB, and maternal fetal medicine specialists all work together so that I got the best care and my baby was born healthy. And that inspired me to start taking prerequisites that year in 2002. And it finally has come to fruition. And about 16 years later, I achieved that goal of becoming a nurse midwife so that I could show women, regardless of how complicated their pregnancy became, we can all work together, and we have those resources at Henry Ford, so that even if a woman's pregnancy does become complicated, we have all the specialists that we can work together to make sure that she has the best pregnancy and delivery possible.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Do those
Very
nurse
cool.
wives know that you are the inspiration?
Yeah.
And does your
course.
kid, do they know that thing?
Oh, yes. Oh, yes.
Now, when you think, I guess, hearing the term midwife, you think of like maybe the Middle Ages. It's not that. What are misconceptions? What do people most misunderstand about the role of a nurse midwife?
So I think one of the biggest misconceptions is that we only deliver babies and we only, treat or care for women who are pregnant, but we can actually care from the beginning of menstruation for adolescents all the way through menopause. So every milestone that a woman goes through, a certified nurse midwife can care for.
Well, that's neat, because I think a lot of moms or moms-to-be, they would like to have a relationship that continues after the baby's not a baby.
Absolutely. Yeah.
You guys also are there in a home birth as well as a hospital birth? Do you guys do that too?
So at Henry Ford, we work primarily in the hospital.
Okay.
There are options for women in Jackson surrounding areas to have home births, but us primarily we work just in the hospital.
Do you both have kids too? You all have? You have
Julie and I do.
You too?
I prefer child.
So being a mom, your experience of being a mom, the fourth time, influenced you. How about for you, Sarah?
I actually, when we didn't have midwifery care here in Jackson, I actually traveled to a different city for midwifery care for some of my pregnancies.
And I think when you also get maybe a misconception that there's this tub, this heated pool that the babies are born in when there's midwives. That's a misconception too.
You can have a birth like that. So, another common misconception, especially about certified nurse midwives, is that you can't have any pain medication. So we kind of support the whole spectrum of labor. So we do support women who might want to have an unmedicated, more natural birth, maybe utilize a birthing tub. And we also support women who are interested in an epidural.
When the mom-to-be says, I want to have a natural birth without medication, do you say, are you crazy? Is it a conversation that's tough because you've seen, everything?
Yeah, I think it's a conversation about encouraging them and giving them tools in their toolkit that can help support that goal for them, but also letting them know they don't need to suffer. Pain is expected in childbirth, but suffering is not needed. So giving them the tools to be successful in achieving that goal, but also reminding them that this might be something they've never done before and to give themselves grace through this experience.
Right. Yeah. And by the way, if men could give birth, 100% of us would take whatever assistance available. So you work as a team.
Yes.
So if one of you is not there, like maybe you've worked with, had a relationship with the mom-to-be, and you're off that week. How does that work? You cover for each other?
So we don't necessarily cover for each other. It's at Henry Ford, we do shift work. So most of the time there always is a midwife there who can care for patients. There's even midwives there in the middle of the night. But definitely we do get to have a mix of patients in the office, so we all will care for the same patient sometimes.
At what point does the family or the mom-to-be decide that they want to work with certified nurse midwives? Is it an option for anyone?
Yeah, it's an option for anyone. As we've kind of touched on, if they might have a more complicated or high-risk pregnancy, we work collaboratively with physicians, with maternal fetal medicine, with lots of other specialists to ensure we're providing the best care for those moms and families. But anyone could decide that they want a midwife, and we believe everybody does deserve to have a midwife for their care.
And things like lactation specialists, are they part of your team, or is that something you guys do as well?
That is part of our team. We have some resources here in Jackson with lactation consultants, as well as a human milk bank. That is one of the options that is not available anywhere else in the state. We have an excellent resource there. So if someone does desire to breastfeed, we have all the supports in place to make that possible for them.
We are the health milk capital of the state because we have our own milk bank.
Yep.
Do you have conversations about the milk bank with your moms?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Yep. And especially like in labor and delivery, if there's, a complication that arises where maybe baby needs a little bit of supplementation, we can offer the moms donor milk instead of formula if that's what they choose.
Prenatal, during birth, labor, delivery, and then is there postpartum care that your team provides as well?
Yep.
Yep.
The whole thing, everything.
Yep. And then
Awesome.
annuals.
Family planning, birth control.
Julie, what do you find most rewarding about your job?
The fact that I feel so privileged to be able to care for moms and babies and families, watching women grow into mothers is an honor and a privilege that I've worked a long time to be able to do, and I just am so honored to be able to be a part of it. I'm so grateful, and I hope that the moms can feel that when they come to see me in the office, that I am grateful for every woman that I get to be a part of their lives.
Nice.
It's really wonderful.
Sarah, I've got the same question for you.
Okay, well, I was born and raised here in Jackson. I've worked, in labor and delivery for almost 2 decades, so it's just such a privilege to actually be able to take the next step and care for women as a midwife. And I truly believe that the health of a community starts with a healthy pregnancy and a healthy birth and empowering parents. So I'm just honored to be able to do this.
Yeah, I think that's one of the health statistics we look at the closest is, the health, our prenatal, natal, and new mom health. We are always looking to improve that statistic, and we are. It's getting better. And you know what? I got the same question for you, Jennifer. What do you find most rewarding about?
Yeah, so being a midwife, it's the best career choice. There's so many rewarding things that come with this job. I love developing those close relationships with parents and families and really getting to know and support them. I love advocating for and educating women on all their choices. There's nothing more fulfilling than watching a woman see how strong she is when it comes time to deliver birth, because it can be a scary thing. So watching them, as Julie said, grow into mothers and realize their strength and their courage through the birthing experience is really incredible, while also giving them the education and the tools and options to have the birth that they desire. It's truly a humbling privilege to be invited into the birthing space with these women and families.
That's awesome. Do you ever see any strong dads?
Every once in a while.
Because this is a trick question.
All right. I bet after we have moms to be that have seen you speak and they'll want to get with you, and you can make an appointment by calling this number, and you're on Spring Arbor, Cascade Ridge.
Yep.
Awesome. I think we're pretty lucky to have you three in our community and on the team at Henry Ford Certified Nurse Midwife Team.
Yeah.
Thanks for coming in today.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us.
You bet. Jennifer Daly, Sarah Halsey, and Julie Fuller, Certified Nurse Midwives at Henry Ford Health, part of today's Wellness Wednesday, presented by Henry Ford. Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Lots